achieving your goal and your dream. You could be one step away to getting where you want to get to in life or achieving your goal and your dream. But you allow yourself to be held back by doubts, regrets, feeling like that you're not worthy of it. I had these. I've dealt with those, plenty of times, and it shouldn't stop you. Don't let it stop you. Don't quit. Don't quit. You should never quit and give up on your dreams. And this is so important to understand. A lot of people think that you either do your dream or you just quit, and there's no in between. I believe that you can find a middle ground to where you can adjust in life. Living your dreams should be more of a lifestyle thing. And this helps me. It helped me a lot when I was going through tough times. So if you're going through tough times right now and you're trying to make this stuff work and you're thinking about quitting, you're thinking about giving up, don't give up. Just adjust. Sometimes things are hard in life is because we're not adjusting to the time changes, to the certain scenarios, right? You got to adjust. Ways that I look at this is when I find myself in a hard standstill and I'm trying to make something work, but for some reason it's like it's not working at all. There's a chance that I'm missing something, or I'm missing a lesson, or I'm missing a piece that allows me to get to the next level. And you just got to take a step back. It's like when you're drawing a picture, right? You're not going to draw a picture and just start doing it for hours and just do it for hours without taking a stop and a break and look back and say, okay, what did I need to put in this area of space? What's missing? Is there a couple of lines that I'm overdoing? Is there a couple of curves that I need to illustrate better? Is there certain emphasis on the expression of this avatar that I'm making? Those are the type of things. Like when you're doing something that's fulfilling on your dreams or your aspirations, it's the same thing. You don't completely stop, but you take a step back and you look at and evaluate, okay, what is it that I need to do and make adjustments? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what needs to happen, is that you just need to adjust. Tweak some things. Don't dramatically change it, just tweak. Now, if you figure out, you realize you're on a wrong playing field and you're in the wrong direction, then dramatically change it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it's just small tweaks. Businesses, entrepreneurs, people who has a product. I was watching this podcast with Mr. Beast on it, and he was talking about his candy bars, right? How there's certain small details that he noticed that he done research and countless times just thinking about how can he make the package a little bit slightly better. Just making it slightly better will increase the chance of people investing to buying your product, or people investing into your dreams that you believe in and your ideas. So that's one of the main things that I use for myself that helped me throughout my journey, so I didn't give up. Because when you're doing something over and over and over and over again and you don't see no results, you're going to bound to quit eventually, because it's human nature. You're not going to just keep doing something and you see no results. That's just facts, right? So tweak it a little bit at a time, and you'll probably start seeing some results by you slowly tweaking it, right? Experimenting. Another thing. It ties hand in hand. Experimenting and tweaking, it ties hand in hand. You want to experiment. You want to be open-minded. A lot of times we're just not open-minded. We want to be on this is how I'm going to do it. This is only how I'm going to do it. And it don't work like that. Life will tell you. It will show you. Oh, you want to go against the wave current? Okay, I'm going to have you wipe out. You want to be able to allow yourself to be able to move with the flow of the water. You know how Bruce Lee was like, move, be like water, right? Be like water, bro. Be like water. And it's such a powerful wisdom and mantra to say, because it's true. It's a true statement. Be like water. Adjust with the current, right? It's one of my favorite quotes that has reminded me. Now, why you shouldn't give up on your dreams. These dreams are seeds. These dreams are visions that was given to you personally in some aspect. Now, if it's something crazy wild like going to the NBA, maybe you have to go pro overseas. maybe you go pro in your city and you play games there, and then maybe looking at try to do it in a profession where you can start getting paid. There's ways to do it. Even you can go pro by playing basketball and recording content on YouTube and get paid like as if you were a pro, even more than pros that's in the NBA. There's ways to do it now because we have the internet. So it's not always have to be this one straight path that we get from traditional routes. Like it don't have to be that no more because you have the internet. You have lots of resource. You know what I'm saying? It's so predominant that we overlook it because it's that easy. Because it's that easy, man. And so we overlooked it. We want to look for the complications. We want to look for what makes it harder instead of like what's easy and just do it, right? Again, man, you don't want to go through doubts and just regret. You don't want to go through regrets not doing something, knowing that you didn't give it your 100%, bro. Like you don't want to do that. And again, there's a lot of scenarios. Everyone's life is different, so I can't specifically tell you, you know, based off what you were in your situation. But all I would say is find a way. Find a way. And I've looked for videos for a long time when going through my life in transitions and figuring out stuff. And I always, these videos help me a lot. And I feel like for the perspective I've gotten over the time being and living, I was just like, bro, I need to make videos like this because people need to hear something in a different perspective, but that's going to still encourage them to keep doing it, right? Again, mindful, if you got debt, if you got other things, it can't stop you, but you can adjust. You can adjust. You can make time for your dream. If you work in jobs that's a lot of hours and you just feel like you don't have no time, then maybe you need to cut back on watching TV. Maybe you need to cut back on staying up late and go sleep early so you can get an extra hour to get up before going to work on what you're trying to work on. Maybe it's hiring somebody to help you. Maybe it's different things you can do, but I really do believe that if you give up on your dream, you're gonna have the most worst regret ever. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that, man. And also, don't be afraid to involve. It's a crucial part of your journey, man. If you don't involve, you can't. It's like this. I always think of like this. Whether you believe God or you believe something in a high spirit realm, whatever the case might be, or just a sense of purpose in life, I believe that you're in a situation that you're in because there's a lesson to be learned, right? There's a lesson to be learned. And until you learn that lesson, until you grow into a new transition, you're going to be stuck there. You know what I'm saying? And so until you unlock that next key, you got to find it. And once you find that key, then you can unlock the door to the next one. But you have to search. You got to search for the answers. You got to search and see. And sometimes the answer is right in front of you, but we choose to ignore it because we're afraid of denial. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of things. And I can make a video going furthermore down about being afraid of the failures and the approach of success and all these different things. I can make a deeper video about that. But again, this video is pertaining about achieving your goal and your dream. We are people who are supposed to be made by creation of vision, purpose in life. Like in life, there's meanings to things. There's a purpose to things. And you got to find out what's your meaning, what's your purpose. If you haven't found your dream yet and you want to look for it, that's something you can create by being inspired by. There's always something you can be inspired by. They'll create that dream and that aspiration. But you should never quit, man. You should never quit. Like, because if you quit too early, you never know what you get there. It's like that picture that you seen the meme where there has two guys mining. One was so close, but he walked away. And the other guy, he was a little bit farther back, but he kept mining. And he wasn't stopping. And then it shows like he was going to get there because his determined will, right? It's the same thing. You could be one step away to getting where you want to get to in life or achieving your goal and your dream. But you allow yourself to be held back by doubts, regrets, feeling like that you're not worthy of it. I had these. I've dealt with those, plenty of times. And a lot of times it's because you don't get the support around you from people you care about. So you feel like you're not worthy. Maybe you haven't had a parent in your life. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of things that you in your childhood that held you back. And you feel like now as an adult that you can't. It's crazy, but it's that stuff that out there that we deal with on a regular basis that's called life. But it shouldn't stop you. Don't let it stop you. Don't quit. Don't quit. Listen, do not quit. We are in the best time ever living here with the abundance. Like if you're watching this video, there's a chance you have a computer, you have a phone, and you have resource to the internet. Use it. Use it, because the tool you watching right now, me on, is more powerful than it was 50 years ago that we had. It's more powerful than ever. The only thing that's holding you is you and your thoughts. That's the only thing that's holding you back. And I had that for so long myself, where I allowed myself to hold myself back because I didn't believe in myself, or I felt like I wasn't worthy due to how I was treated, how I was growing up, whatever the case might be. Maybe you just didn't have enough love in your life. I didn't, I felt that from time to time, where I just felt like I didn't have enough love in my life from people I care about. I felt like I was always on my own, just kind of doing my thing, right? But at the end of the day, bro, you have to really understand that you're here for a reason on earth. It doesn't matter how big the dream is. It doesn't matter how big the goal is. It doesn't matter how small it is. You're here for a reason on this earth. Be purposeful. Be someone that provides value in life in some aspect. Whether it's doing the dishes perfectly, whether it's doing your job perfectly, whether it's being a good worker, whether it's being a good motivation speaker, whether it's being somebody who's a good entrepreneur, whether it's being a good father, a good mother, whether it's being a good brother, good sister, whether it's taking care of the kids at school, whether it's whatever the case might be the best you. Because when you being the best you see progression and blessings comes your way.